let's talk about some of the things that I just don't do as a 52-year-old woman that I probably am expected to do by society. I have a lot of friends and I'm very social, but I doubt that there are a lot of people that really know me. I don't fit in with the P&C society, with the mums that wear the fitness pants to school. I'm just not there. I drive my kids crazy because I listen to rock and roll in the car. And this is how I go shopping. In a band t-shirt and cut-off denim shorts. And thongs, because it's always hot where I am. I think one of my biggest hates about midlife is the expectation of what women should be wearing. I still shop at Dangerfield and Berserk, which are high-level golf and rock clothing stores. I have no problems in going out, dressing still like I was 21, because basically, I don't give a what other people say. That's who I am, and that's what I love. I think one of the biggest problems that we have as we mature is that we're expected to dress a certain way. When I grew up, it was always, look at her, she's mutton dressed as lamb. I think there are tasteful ways to show off your body, and some people prefer to dress a certain way. I think fashion is the biggest waste of money on the planet. My daughter actually wears the clothes now that I purchased somewhat 30 years ago. I'm not good at throwing out clothes, but they have come around, and now she has some of the best quality vintage fashion on the planet. Another thing that I have found really crazy about this time of my life is I recently had a birthday and I turned, oh God, do I have to say it out loud? 52. I always lie about my age. I've been 26 for ages and I've just bumped it up to 27. To me, aging gracefully is not something that is on my agenda. But what I do find hilarious is that when I first started work, I would have been eligible for retirement at 52. Which at the time I thought, my gosh, that is like 100 years away, and here it is. It has crept right up on me out of nowhere. And now I have at least 15 years work ahead of me before I can retire. So let's hope that I am young and healthy enough to actually enjoy that. I find it kind of funny because when I was growing up, those lifestyle retirement villages were marketed to the over 50s and they still advertise them like that. My kids are still young because I was an older mum and they find it hilarious. They're like, oh mum, when are you booking into your retirement village? You should have been there a couple of years ago. I think that times have changed so much now, like our mindset needs to move to match that. You know, life begins at 40. I think life now begins at 50. I think we are more healthy, and as women, I think we are growing more in our minds and understanding that other than having kids, we can do other things later in life, other than just sit at home as an empty nester, crochet, and do crossword puzzles. I have started so many entrepreneurial businesses over the last 10 years, and I am always researching and learning new things every day. One of my big pet hates is people using the O word. You use the O word around me and I instantly switch off. I get a lot of memes from friends my age and it's all about, I'm so old for this, I'm too tired to do that. I even saw a festival recently advertised for people over 40 and it was like, ends by 10. And I'm like, what? I used to go out at 10. I still do on the occasions that I do get to go out. I find these memes kind of offensive because I'm not some old bag that is sitting home in her tracksuit pants, knitting and playing with a cat. No offense if that's what you like to do, but that's not the stereotype that I see myself in at this age of life. I go to rock concerts, I wear fishnet stockings. I put my music on really loud at the lights and I really don't give a stuff what anybody else is thinking. Don't get me wrong, I'm a lovely, polite and very kind woman and wouldn't do anything to anybody and would give the shirt off my back. But that is my personality type and that's what I enjoy. And I'm not going to give that up just because someone tells me that I've hit a certain age, I have to act a certain way. Something else that doesn't resonate with me, and I probably am going to offend a lot of people here, but I don't like the idea of aging gracefully. I'm sorry, if you want to embrace your grey hair, go ahead. If you want to cut your hair short, dye it purple and get a perm, go ahead. But that's not me. I am going to continue to dye my hair blonde. I am trying to grow it at the moment. Ever since I was 12 years old, I have used moisturizer on my skin, sunscreen, and always wore sunglasses. I think looking after your skin is really important. I don't have an expensive skincare routine thanks to the cost of living crisis, but I do love retinol A, and I also love coconut oil. It is also really important, if you want to age well, to not only look after your skin, but to eat well, keep out of the sun as much as possible, wear sunglasses, and drink loads of water. Water I take everywhere. There's bottles all over my house. They keep you hydrated, they keep your weight down, and it is fabulous for your skin. I think another thing that people need to focus on as they get older is exercise. You're not too old to start anything. You can go to the gym, you can walk every day. I have videos that you can watch regarding my experience with walking 10,000 steps a day, which has been a life changer for me. It definitely is great for my mental health, as well as keeping my weight under control. Like most people, I'd be happy to drop 5 or 10 pounds, but I also like balance. I like my wine and I like my pizza. So I'm never going to be a supermodel. And that's something I'm happy to accept, but I still have a cutoff limit. When I hit that limit, I bring the weight back down, and I just try to keep everything in a balance. I think it's also an important time of life to not give up on your hopes and your dreams. Even if you've had children young, or like myself, have had children later in life, it's never too late to start a new hobby, to learn a new instrument, to start hiking, to do something new. I've owned a kids channel for about 8 years, but I have just started this channel in my 50s, and putting my face on camera is absolutely petrifying, because my last channel was a faceless channel, and I'm just always thinking, is everyone going to judge me for who I am? Are they going to hate my accent? Are they going to find my humor crazy? Do I talk too much with my hands? Are they going to wonder why I wear a cracked Fitbit? On this channel, I like to talk a lot about life now over 40, about skincare and looking after your health and finding balance, and also about the mental stresses that I and a lot of people in our age group are under. It's very difficult when you have worked your whole entire life, and sometimes you really just think, I've had enough, and you can feel a bit lost and struggle. Once you hit this age, a lot of people start talking about retirement, which now is so far away for us in our future, thanks to the retirement age getting bumped out over and over again. Though what is funny is that people under 30 tend to think that we should move out of the workforce in order to provide space for them to grow. It is funny, I find that people that are 30 now consider themselves old, and that we are nothing but fossils. We've had our children, we've had our time, we should move on. Well, I'm certainly not ready to hang up the coattails. I have so much going on in my mind. There are so many new things that I want to learn, new hobbies that I want to try, and I can't see myself giving up YouTube for a very, very long time. I hope to be able to continue to grow with my journey over the years to come and share what happens with me. I don't like the stereotypes. I'm not going to fit into it. So if you're the kind of person that loves open honesty and someone who is always looking at the balance between having fun and staying well, then consider subscribing to this channel. I'm a pretty positive person, but I do have my up and down days and my dark days like everybody else. I just loaded a video up, funny enough, on a Monday about how I felt that day. That month, I was really struggling. You can check that out here, and I hope to see you over there.